So hey, what's up guys, Box here and welcome back to some more F1 2020 driver career mode. This is with the Renault team in season 1. We've got a 10 race calendar. Now, last time I said round number 1 was going to be Vietnam, but since I've been playing this game a little bit more, and you know what, I really dislike the Vietnam track. I really don't get on with it. I don't enjoy Hanoi at all. So what I've done is I've removed it from the calendar and I've replaced it with Monaco. I thought Monaco would be a better street circuit to have on this game. It's the crown jewel of the calendar, isn't it? It's pretty boring racing, but on the game you can make it interesting, so that's why I've gone for Monaco. So we've got 10 races ahead of us. This is going to be round number 1, which is going to be Spain, I believe it is. Is it Spain? Let's have a quick look. Trophies. No, Zandvoort. So here you go. The brand new track. I know the layout of this circuit, but I'm going to have to do some practice to get used to it. But anyway, we've got a few activities and stuff to do with the team. So let's get into these. So first thing to consider is the R&D as well. If you look at the aero department, it's pretty good. And the chassis, it's okay, and the power unit is not great. So I'm going to get in and we're going to do some of these. I think we've had some new power unit parts come through, which are these here. So I'm going to get in 20 to 45% chance of failure. I could do it quickly, or I could do it properly and have lower chance. So I'm going to go for that developer grade, 17th of March. I think that's either round 1 or round 2. That's 1,000 resource points spent already. In terms of aero then, no, I'm going to focus more on the parts we're struggling with. And again, I'm going to just take the time. 17th of March, that's going to come through. And they're quite expensive, these resource points. Why is it costing me 1,000 to do a minor upgrade? Anyway, got those upgrades in progress, so hopefully they will come nicely. 17th of March, when's the first? It's the first round, not sure yet. Sweet. So we've had our parts come through that we just did at the start of this episode. So they've come through nicely and we've shot ahead of McLaren. So because it's only a 10 race season as well, there's quite a few weeks until the season starts. So I'm going to just keep raking in the R&D points and we'll probably just keep putting on the upgrades where we can. Where were they? So yeah, 2,000 there. That's gonna be quite expensive. I think it's expensive because I've gone for the short career mode. I think that might be why, to be honest. So I'm gonna save up some more to do the major upgrade on the engine, I think. Right then, so next upgrade, I'm gonna go for the chassis and I'm gonna develop it standard. We want it good, so that's going to take a little bit of time to come through, and we're right down on resource points now, so we can't really do anything with our facilities. That's more for the My Team career mode, but we're still waiting to get into the first race of the season. So the factory is going to be shut down. Team HQ will be shut until the next race weekend because there's quite a while to go, but here we go then. Obviously no R&D points have come in during that time, but we're in the run-up now to the first Grand Prix, which will be the Dutch Grand Prix. Hopefully we'll get the upgrades through soon. I think they will come after the Dutch Grand Prix. I think they'll come in May. So let's head straight down then to Zandvoort, where we'll be opening this 10 race season with Renault.
Great, you're done with the technician's briefing. Look, I know we've got a lot to get through in FP1, but Will Buxton's been pushing for a quick interview before you head out on track. Now, don't worry too much, he's a good lad. He's just over there. These media appearances are important for a few reasons. They'll help build your profile and your brand. Plus, your team will get a real boost to their motivation if they hear you praising them. Will, as promised, sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, mate, not a problem at all, not a problem.
Look, we've got to be out on track in about 5 minutes for FP1, so we can only spare you a couple of minutes max. Is that going to be enough time?
More than enough. We're already set up. Cool, let's go. Set. We're used to seeing rookies in Formula One every year. But this season, there's a youngster that's arrived with perhaps a little more interest in them than usual. And that's because while they've been successful at every level of their career, from karts all the way through to Formula 2, they've somehow managed to stay pretty much under the radar. They don't have that luxury anymore, though. They're in Formula One. Millions of people around the world watching their every move, both on and off the racetrack. So let's take some time to get to know them a little bit better.
So tell us a little about yourself. What's the thing you're most excited about being here in Formula One? After your successful junior career, you must have had a lot of interest. What drew you to sign for your current team? What would you say is going to be the biggest challenge for you this season?
Really appreciate your time, but I know you're very keen to get on. Best of luck out there.
Right then, so quick interview with Will Buxton, and we're here into Zandvoort. This is the first time driving this circuit. I've driven it on Assetto Corsa, stuff like that, so we do know the circuit. It's just getting to know it with these game mechanics. So I'm going to get in. We're going to sort out some aero and our suspension. I just use our suspension geometry, sorry. And then, yeah, so the suspension slightly. This is just a few things that I do just to make it okay for the race and qualifying. But I am going to get into the first practice program, get to know the circuit, and then we can start to push. So then we've left it late, but we're going to do it on the last lap. Get all our resource points. And I tell you what, this Renault feels alright, you know? Feels alright. A little bit of understeer through some certain corners, but overall feeling nice. The engine sounds nice too, and the car looks lovely. Absolutely love the look of this yellow banana this year. Right, since this is one-shot qualifying in this series, I'm going to do a qualifying pace test just to warm us up for qualifying. I don't even know if it's going to be wet or dry race or whatever it is going to be, but it's a very short lap round here, so I thought I'm just going to go for it and give it a practice for qualifying. So in the end then, we're going to finish just 3.5 tenths of the time we needed, but we go fastest overall in this practice session though. But I'm not going to retry it. I'm just going to skip straight into qualifying now, and let's see where we'll start on the grid. So before we get into qualifying, I've got some more R&D points to spend. Now, I'm tempted to throw it into the powertrain, so I'm not going to spend them just yet. We're just 200 points off of it, so maybe after qualifying we'll be able to spend those 200 resource points more to get that upgrade on the engine. So qualifying then, one-shot qualifying, first time trying this one-shot qualifying on this game, and it is round number 1 of our 10 laps, our 10 race season, a very realistic season to what we're seeing here. We've only got 8 races so far, so the power unit is looking good. Obviously it's going to wear a little bit more because we're in a shorter season, but let's do this. One-shot qualifying, slightly overcast here out in the Dutch Grand Prix then. See what this qualifying lap is like. A little bit of a lock up down the hill, and that has lost us some time. Dropping into P11 now. Don't know whether to expect to get a top 10 or not really. Right, this camber then out the final corner. We're going to shoot out and we're going to end up in P11. Close to P10, but this is probably the optimal starting position. We can choose fresh tyres. If we're going to get P10, one position forward, but we wouldn't get to choose our starting tyres. So Daniel Ricciardo got 11.6 as well, so we're half a second off of our teammate, but we split the McLarens. So Daniel Ricciardo is best of the rest there, look. So we're getting some more acclaim. That will help us in contract negotiations. You can also do things like get driver perks, which will help in contract negotiations now. So it'll be interesting to see how they work. I'm going to try and stay with Renault for at least this one season. Whether we stay with them after, I don't know, but we haven't got enough resource points yet to do that, to get the power unit upgrade. So we're just going to head straight down to the track then for the race. Lights are about to go out here. Let's see how this Renault launches compared to our Mercedes engine in our My Team career mode. Well, the Renault car at least has much better rear downforce, giving us better traction as well off of the line. And we're trying to go side by side with Stroll. Both Renaults battling the Pink Panther Mercedes. Oh, side by side with Perez there, the more experienced Racing Point driver. But we drop down into P9. I tell you what, this is a lovely track to race around. I'm going to have to use some of this ERS, I think. We're getting a good run through here. Much better run than Perez, but Perez is right up the chuff of Daniel Ricciardo. So let's see them. Not going to have any DRS, but we're going to have our overtake button down this back straight. Not very long straights here at Zandvoort, so we're going to have to take the opportunities as they come. Drop it down to second gear, change direction now. Try get on the power as early as possible, but that Mercedes, well, it's not Mercedes, it is last year's Mercedes, isn't it, that Racing Point? But he's getting away from us a little bit. So out the final corner then, we've got the overtake button, and look at this, Perez going defensive. He's going to go defensive into turn number one. I'm going to try and outbrake him around the outside, but I'm not going to be able to do it around the outside, surely. Side by side. Oh, he's still alongside us. He's going to come back up the inside, give him the space. We get the inside line for the next corner. Massive lock up down the hill, and we're right behind our teammate now into P8. Good result for us here today so far. Good bit of racing as well to get past him. He's gaining that Mercedes engine, obviously a lot quicker than our Renault engine. That's why I went for it in My Team career mode. Went for that Mercedes engine. But got a bit of a train forming behind now. Like I said, these two corners here, this one and the previous one, I really do struggle at. But open up the ERS. I'm going to go for rich mix as well. A little bit deep into that chicane. A lot of understeer there. Had to use a lot of lock, and that's cost us time. Whoa! Keep it out the gravel. Perez putting on the pressure. Gonna have to keep him at bay if possible.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead.
So DRS is active. We hold on into turn number one. I need to get my head down on this lap. Try and pull away from Sergio behind. It might be difficult, but a lock up down the hill. I think we're going to keep locking up at that corner, to be honest. He's still behind us. This pink Mercedes just filling our mirrors. Oh, he's right there. Yellow flag for something. Someone's gone off. Don't know what's happened. Oh, it's one of the Red Bulls. It's Albon. Luckily, not Verstappen at his home Grand Prix, but virtual safety car is out. Oh, didn't get the ideal launch, and it's going to give Perez a chance down the main straight. I can never get these virtual safety car launches right. And the gap is 1.9 up the road to our teammate Ricciardo, and then a further 3 seconds up the road is Bottas in the Mercedes. So let's see if we can get our teammate, at least stick with him. I don't know what lap we're pitting on yet. Oh, I've missed the screen. Lap 9, so we've got to go quite deep into this race. I'm going to try 7th gear over the hill there, because we were bogging down a little bit there. Oh no, a bit deep. That's going to open the door for Perez. He's there. I said these two corners were the worst, and it's going to catch us out side by side. Oh wow, I've picked up the DRS as well. This is good. Oh, he's getting alongside us. Oh, he's backed right out of it, thank God. And we've lost over half a second to our teammate up the road now. So I need to improve in the middle sector, really. 13 flat from Bottas.
P7 now.
Let's get a race update.
Daniel is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 2.4 seconds. They're on old softs. Perez behind. They're on old softs. The distance to the leader is 9.9 seconds.
9 seconds to the race leader. He didn't say who the leader was. I want to know who it was. Presume it's Verstappen. Whoa. Perez just caught the back of us and got a huge tank slapper on the go. And it's dropped right back. So I will take that. Falling ever so slightly now behind Ricciardo. And I think it's down to our tyre where look at that front left. It's definitely seen better days. Need to watch it through the right-handers probably. Right. Our tyres have definitely seen better days. And we got Perez behind and we're starting to lose time. If I undercut, I'm going to struggle at the end of this Grand Prix. I'm going to go one more lap and then we will pit, I think. But I don't want our teammate to do the same thing. I've been harvesting some energy as well. Right, I just got to pray that our teammate doesn't pit. But nice into turn number 1 anyway. Perez is still there, he's not going away, and we're starting to form a bit of a train. It's very tricky to overtake here. I'm losing probably about 0.3 to half a second a lap to our teammate now. So he's looking after the tyres much better than we are. And he's a tough old teammate to beat, Daniel Ricciardo, I tell you that. Not made it easier on ourselves. I should have chose Ocon as your teammate. Taking lots of curb there. Oh no, running deep. It's going to give the opportunity for Perez, who's gone straight into the side of us. All he had to do was drive past us, not into us. Picked up the DRS again. Look at those tyres.
Our gap to the car in front is 4.2
Oh,
seconds.
the gap's dropped to 4 seconds. We lost well over half a second. Please don't box, Daniel. Let's see, coming around the final 2 corners. I can't do another lap. I know we are scheduled in for this lap. He stayed out, thank God. Get in the pits on some new tyres. And we're going to go for the mediums now. And let's go. Get the new tyres on. Lap early. Hopefully it works out for us. 2.7 second pit stop from the team. And it is Magnussen, Latifi and George Russell up the road. So I'm going to put Rich Mix on. And we're going to go for it on this out lap. Put the how. Here we go then. Bit of overtake button if we can. Gonna absolutely go for it if we can as well. Well, that's not going for it, is it? Come on! Let's go. This is better, this is better, come on. Overtake button now down this straight. Into the chicane. Oh, there's so much more grip on these mediums. Come on. I am struggling with a bit of understeer actually though. Could be my setup. ERS overtake button out of the final corner. Who's in the pit stops them. Our teammates stayed out.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target.
But I think we're ahead of Sainz still, which is good. This Renault's feeling good, using a bit of rich mix. Now we've got the tyres up to temperature. We've really closed in on the back of the Haas car now. Teammates in the pits. Around this penultimate corner. It's all about getting the run onto this main straight now. Full overtake button and pick up a bit of DRS from Magnussen while he goes into the pits. Fastest lap. Well, no, fastest last sector. But it looks like we might have got the jump on Daniel Ricciardo. Proves how powerful the undercut is on this game. But tyres are a big factor in this game, because I'm going to lose a lot of time on the last few laps. Daniel has stayed out a long time. He's going to do more laps on his soft tyres than his mediums. What is he doing? What sort of strategy is that? It's just about whether we can look after our mediums to the end of the race. If it's anything like the softs, then no, I won't be able to. But let's see. You see the wear's already quite a lot, and we've got 7-8 laps to go, so I need to, over the next 4 or 5 laps, really rein it in and look after the tyres. I'm going to push on this lap, well, the remainder of this lap, if I can, and then we will start to save some tyres. Daniel's only 1.8 seconds behind, so he's going to be closing us in very quickly. Whoa! Kick out from the rear as we take too much curb, and then I've ran it deep into that corner, and now Daniel Ricciardo is all over the back of us. He's going to get DRS down this straight surely. And we've got Carlos Sainz in the McLaren going quickly as well. I'm down on ERS, and it's not charging back up very quickly, and he's caught up to us much sooner than I thought he would. Into the penultimate corner, try and get a decent run out the final corner if we can. See tyres looking pretty worn, and here he comes. Luckily the straight isn't very long, so you can literally get a good exit. Rich mix, a little bit of overtake button as well, just to get you out of the corner decently, and then you can defend it all the way. But there, oh, Daniel Ricciardo sending it up the inside. Side by side with our teammate through here. This isn't going to be good. Still going side by side. Look at this through here. He gets the job done, and Carlos Sainz, we're being mugged left, right and centre here. I had to back right off. I was so close to our teammate, not taking any risks. A little bit of a lock up. This is, I don't know why I can't get a good run through that corner. It's losing us time every single lap. But Daniel Ricciardo forcing the issue on us then. I didn't expect that. Let's see if we can stick with him, get him back. His tyres are newer, so maybe not. But we're going to get DRS. We've got some overtake button left. Let's go for it. Here we go then. Really, really, really go run. Whoop. Give him a bit of a nudge. And we've lost an end plate. Now I don't know whether that's from the little battle we had on the last lap, or whether that's just clipping his rear there, but he really did brake check us a bit into that final corner, into that first corner then. Stick with him then. We're going to be down on front end grip, but I think we might have the pace, and I'm down on battery charge as well. And that ERS, that overtake button, has such a big effect down the straights. But look at him through here, just pulling away. He's using that experience, and we just can't go with him. Daniel Ricciardo is such a strong racer. Max Verstappen puts in the fastest lap of the race, and I'm trying my best to stick with Daniel Ricciardo. We're sticking the gap just about a second. I keep getting DRS down the front straight, but then the mid straight, I'm not getting it, and we're losing traction at the rear now. If I just had that end plate, we might have the grip to be able to get him, but unless I can pull out something fantastic on this final lap, then we're going to have to settle for P7. Let's ride on board then for the final lap. Final time here at Zandvoort this season. At least we're pulling away from Kvyat. Whoa! And Sainz. That left takes a beating down the hill. Let's take a look at the tyres. Wow. That left-hand tyre really does take a beating around here at this circuit. Bit tight for fuel, but we should be fine. I've lost another few tenths. I've had to drop it down to 5th gear around there for now.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.7 seconds.
And I'm really having to push to stick with him. Max Verstappen, fast lap of the race. He takes the win here in the opening round for his home Grand Prix. Good job from Max Verstappen, and I've lost a second through that sector. I think my tyres have hit the cliff. Struggling for the grip, 2.6 seconds off. 2 more corners to navigate. A lovely circuit, especially when you get racing side by side with the AI. But let's bring it around the final corner, then we're going to round it off for P7. Renault were best of the rest today, and I will take that. A very downforce heavy circuit which suited our car lovely.
So as they climb out of the car, the Red Bull team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly well-deserved win. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So then, taking a look at the full standings, where was Albon then? What happened to him? He didn't finish, of course. He DNF'd, didn't he? I forgot about that earlier on in the race, but both Williams beat a Haas. That is crazy. Let's have a look at the standings then. So in the team rankings, of course, we're 7th, but Renault are 4th. Again, best of the rest. A solid round 1 for us. This was really suited the car. The car has decent downforce, obviously outside of the top 3 teams. It's just the straights where we're losing it a little bit. So once we get that power in that Renault engine, we should be good. But yeah, that's been it for Zandvoort. So then that has been it for the first round of our F1 2020 driver career mode. I really do hope you have enjoyed this opening round. It was so much fun to record. I thoroughly enjoyed racing with Daniel Ricciardo and also a McLaren and the racing points too. A good start to the season as well, becoming best of the rest at round number 1. Their aero really did work well for us on our car this weekend, but it could be all different out of the next round, which will be Catalonia. So stay tuned for that. Get subscribed to never miss an episode of this driver career mode, but also the My Team career mode and other F1 2020 gaming content. So for now, remember to smash the like button, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next one.